growing up, I've always kind of been very OCD. I've always had my toys, my clothes, and certain alignment, and just being involved in the car scene and with cars, you know, there's another aspect of it, which was detailing and keeping cars clean. Something about a clean, crisp-looking, detailed car that to me, it just seems perfect. I live a very simple life. I'm just a family guy, and you know, I spend most of my time here in my garage and just detailing the cars. I think a car kind of lets that person know who that person is, kind of like your personality, you know. You can kind of see that through someone's car, and that's kind of how I've always viewed things. My name is Ozzie Perez, and I drive a 2005 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 8, known as Project MJ. The time that really sparked my interest was my brother's friend, Harold Andrews. He had an '89 Toyota Celica All-Track, and it was turbo. It had a 3S GTE engine in it, and it gave me a ride in it, and it was just something about hearing that turbo spool and the blow-off valve go off. And it was very captivating to me, and it really ignited a fire in me to have a passion for more imports. I mean, I love cars in general, but really, it really struck something inside me to want me to do something with cars and have a car and have something that I can call my own and be proud of. I came across some guys that were hosting a dyno event at a shop there in Tampa, Florida, and it happened to be the local Tampa Bay DSM community. Just started talking to those guys, and at the time I just had a normal car, and I've always, like I mentioned earlier, I was fascinated with kind of turbo import cars, and I knew nothing about Mitsubishis, nothing, and these guys all had, you know, 1G Mitsubishis or 2G Eclipses. They kind of took me in, and they gave me some knowledge, and then I was eventually able to buy a 95 Mitsubishi Eclipse GST, and so that kind of introduced me to the 4G63 platform. Around that time, there was possibility that the Evo was going to come to the United States, when in fact that came to fruition, because at that time it was the unicorn. You know, everyone wanted an Evo. I think the Evo 7 was the car that was out there at the time, and so there was rumors that the Evo 8 was going to come. When I found that out, I was like, this is my car, this is my dream car. Everyone wants an Evo. I sold my GST, and in anticipation, in 2003, in June of 2003, I was able to purchase my black Mitsubishi Evo 8. So what happened was I was doing a 1-2 pull just down a street. I can't tell you how fast I was going, but I imagine the car was going pretty fast. I went and stepped on the brakes. The back end sort of broke loose on me. I want to attribute that to the tires. Maybe the tires weren't all that great. It came underneath me. It kind of slid out, and I went into a 4-wheel drift, and I hit a structure right on the passenger side of the vehicle, which totaled it. I walked away with some lacerations on my face and a broken nose. Luckily, you know, the airbag didn't deploy. I mean, I hit hard. It was a hard hit, but I was in a state of shock. You know, I didn't know what happened, but I was very lucky that I walked away from it, and unfortunately, you know, it was a very eye-opening experience for me. Difficult time thinking about whether this is something to pursue or is it not even worth it. And I came from a very dramatic accident, and at this point I was depressed. I wanted nothing to do with cars, but something inside of me said, no, this is not how you want to end it. This is what you want to do. This is who you are. So shortly after this 2-week period, I decided, no, I'm going to continue with this. This is my dream. This is what I want to do. And I set out on a mission to find another car, and whatever it took, I was going to fulfill my dream of owning the car that I envisioned a long time ago. Lucky enough for me, I found this car in Hollywood. There was a gentleman that had this car up for sale. I contacted him and I went out and saw the car. And it was one of those gems, stock turbo, very, very stock interior. I mean, everything with the exception of a few aftermarket parts. The car was a no-brainer. I named it Project MJ, and it stands for Michael Jackson, not Michael Jordan. People get that confused. So Project MJ basically started on that catastrophic day for me, the day I crashed my black car. I made a plan to go from the black car to the white car. So what we did was completely gut the black car. And luckily for me, all my investment in the motor and all the performance parts were still good. Everything was fine, nothing was damaged there. It was just structural damage. So we basically put a plan together with the help of the guys at HG Performance down in San Diego. And we completely tore apart the black car, took everything that was salvageable. We took the white car and took all the stock components out of it, and we swapped everything from the black car onto the white car, and hence Project MJ was born. So there was times during this build that I had to wait, you know, several months to earn up and save to get that part, and it's because I wanted that part. It wasn't because I was cutting corners or doing that thing. It's the part that I wanted. It's what I wanted and how I envisioned my car to have that part. And if it took me 6-8 months to save up to get that part, then that's what I did. That's what it took. This is how I built my car, is a lot of patience, a lot of just juggling life and family and things of that nature. But I stuck with my plan through thick and thin, and there was lots of highs and a lot of lows, but I stuck with it. And in the end, you know, I'm at a point now where I'm happy with the car. I can honestly say that I'm done with it. And it's essentially what I call my dream car.
So if you guys are here to the end, thank you so much for watching. I put so much passion and so much time in these videos. It really means a lot to me. If you guys could just smash the like button, it helps the channel a lot. Or if you just like the channel. Another thing, I just want to interact with you guys real quick on this video, because I know these are my most popular videos and I could get out to the masses. If you guys have any comments, leave comments down below on how this video was produced, what's been going on with the short films. And in the future, pretty soon, I'm going to start working on a Patreon for the channel. So maybe we can start flying out to different states, because in Texas, I'm starting to realize real quick, there's not that big of a car scene. If you guys are out here in Texas and you guys are interested in doing one of these short films and you have a pretty rad car that you think people would love to see or hear your story, please leave a comment down below, message me. I'll put my email in the description. I'll put my Instagram in the description. Probably the fastest way to get to me is sending me a DM on Instagram at Cars On Board. It'll be right here. I've been thinking in the future that we're gonna start up a Patreon channel and try to come up with a budget to go out of state somewhere. And it's gonna be pretty expensive. It's probably gonna be in the thousands. So I'm thinking $1,000 to $2,000 just to travel and get there. and maybe cover my time from not being at work. So if we can get that going, I would love to do it. It would be really awesome. I'm very interested to hear what you guys have to say. Please leave a comment down below what you think about that and how we can continue to make these short films, because I love producing them and I know you guys love them a lot. And again, please don't forget to hit the like button. Let's get 1,000 likes, actually 2,000 likes, actually 3,000 likes on this video. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.